Hello, hello. Can't tell this thing's off center. Oh no. Either way, what's up? My name is Trez. Welcome back to the Horrible Show. See how fast, see how quick that is? I bought a black belt off of Amazon. You don't even have to train for that. So that should be in this week. So now I'm a black belt. Keeks is right here. She's sleeping. Welcome to the Horrible Show. We are at Casa Day, Couch Day, Lazy Eye, and Deaf Dog. Deaf Dog's right there. I got a pickup vid because I didn't realize that I had enough movies that had come in for a pickup vid. So I just want to share with you guys. I think, what month is it now? June? I think June's going to be a little light towards the end of the month. I might not do another pickup vid for a little while because we got Father's Day and there's a whole bunch of other stuff. I got to get my car inspected, all that. But life goes on, man. It's always moving. How is it June? I don't know. Why do I sound like I'm on the radio? I got my coffee. It's the afternoon. I had a couple days off, and man, let me tell you, it's been nice. I got a contest. It's either going to be right there or right there. I don't know. But if you guys want to enter that contest, I got some cool stuff in there. Hopefully, cool stuff. I hope you enjoy it. I just want to say thank you so much for being there for me in this crazy YouTube world we live in. So if you wanna do a shout out vid and get entered into the contest, that ends on the 29th. But let me stop rambling. Let me stop being rambly. Okay. I have the OG Blair Witch Project, and I just hadn't seen it in a while, and they had it for a really good price. I think it was less than $10. Oh, it's got Curse of the Blair Witch on here. It's got a bunch of cool features on there. Tommy Lee Jones, Faye Dunaway, Eyes of Laura Mars. John Carpenter wrote this. I had never seen it before. It was going for like $8 on Amazon, so I picked that up. I don't know if I had this in another video, but John Carpenter's Body Bags. John Carpenter, Tobe Hooper. I really feel for the segment about hair. No, I don't care. But Body Bags is good. I really liked it. It's a cool anthology. It's got 3 stories. I don't want to get too ahead of myself here. Happy Birthday to Me. I own this DVD. I think I sold it to a movie stop to get City of the Living Dead back in the day. Movie stop is kind of like if you have a GameStop near you. Movie stop was like the same kind of deal. I think it was owned by the same company. They're out of business. They've been out of business for a long time now, but they were really cool, and I would love to see what they would have been like, because like all these boutique, like of course Criterion was around when they were around, but there was no, like nobody was talking about Vinegar Syndrome or Arrow Video or Scream Factory. Like it would have been cool to see what they had now. You'd probably get some great prices on things, but this is a Mill Creek. Happy Birthday to Me. This was really cheap too. This was like $7.99, and it's a pretty good slasher. Pretty underrated. I'm glad that it's such a good price. Got a Scream Factory from Beyond, H.P. Lovecraft. Once again, this is produced by Brian Yunza. It's not directed, but of course this is directed by Stuart Gordon of Reanimator fame, Dolls fame. But I'm yet to watch this one, but I heard it was a good. I kind of wanted to pick up all the H.P. Lovecraft movies from the 80s. I still have to get Necronomicon. I think that was made in the 90s, but this one is still sealed. The first Jeepers Creepers. Scream Factory was doing some out-of-print things that were going out of print, and I know the first Jeepers Creepers and the second one are out of print probably by now. They didn't have any of Jeepers Creepers 2, which I think the first one is better. Down the road I could get the double pack of these, but you know, I'm easy on it. I really do enjoy the first one, because growing up, that was a big, Jeepers Creepers was a big movie for me growing up. Just in general, I think people that are my age, Jeepers Creepers was like our monster movie. It's weird, yeah. Candyman, Farewell to Flesh. I've never seen the sequel. I think I've seen Day of the Dead, like Candyman, Day of the Dead, the third one, but that was a long time ago. So this one was going out of print too. I wanted to grab that up because I did some perusing on Amazon, and it looked like everything else was getting expensive anyway, so that one was really cheap. I think I got that for like $6. They were giving those away. Demented. I got this one for really cheap too. I actually just watched a couple videos, YouTube videos, saying that this one wasn't as primo, but it's okay. Life goes on, you guys. Sometimes you buy movies that aren't fantastic, but it could be good. I could like it. Who knows? Graduation Day. I had watched I have another Vinegar Syndrome release in here, and they were both slashers. One of them was in the 90s, and one of them is 80s. And this one was 81, I believe. I really liked Graduation Day. I thought this was a really underrated slasher. I had never seen it before, and I keep on hearing that people say that, like, from 79, from like right when Halloween came out to right until about A Nightmare on Elm Street came out, they're saying that was the heyday of the slasher. And I was like, man, they made a bunch of slashers after that. But the more that I get to watch slashers, the more I'm like, oh, that must have been when the really, like, the entertaining ones came out. I thought this was really good. Is it the best movie ever? Not at all. But I was thoroughly impressed when I watched it. And now it's gonna make me, if I see a slasher that's anywhere from 79 to like 84, I'm really gonna be excited about it. A girl walks home alone. A girl, Macaulay Culkin, starring in Home Alone at Night. I got this from a lot of good recommendations from my Instagram, and shout out again whoever helped me on the Instagram by doing the recommendations. This was for my vampire video, so I bought a whole bunch of vampire movies. There's going to be a lot of those in here, actually, but I still have not watched it yet. I believe that's a Canadian release. How you guys doing? You guys doing okay? I know I'm moving kind of fast. John Carpenter's Vampires. I talked about this a little bit in the vampire video, but I love how vampire movies have so many different eras. You can pick any decade, and you're gonna have a genre or a subgenre defining vampire movie. The 80s had so many great ones. The 90s had some great ones. This one included in the 90s, the 70s, of course, with Hammer, the 60s too. There's so many different kind of vampire movies that you can watch and just be blown away by. So this one, Luz. I heard so much buzz about this on Instagram before this movie came to DVD or Blu-ray. I heard a lot of buzz like it was the scariest movie of all time. But everybody says that about every movie when they're advertising. But I will say, advertising, very well done, because you guys sucked me in. And this movie is weird. This movie is only like 71 minutes. So they say it's super lean. I had never watched a theatrical length movie that short. It's an hour and 10 minutes, an hour and 11 minutes. It came with a double-sided poster, which is crazy. I haven't watched this yet. I know there's going to be subtitles, but certified fresh by Rotten Tomatoes. Look cool. I look pretty entertaining. Anybody, if you've seen this movie, let me know in the comments. Give me a heads up. I don't know when I'm going to watch that, but even it can be a great one when I come home from work, because it's only an hour and 11 minutes. It's crazy. Some people say Quaidan, some people say Kaidan. On the back in parentheses, it looks like it says Kaidan on it. But I believe this is a anthology from 1965, about 3 hours and some change. So we'll see. The original cut. I'm really looking forward to this. It's got a lot of stuff from film historians. Nice little booklet. But yeah, I'm a little angry at the Criterion collection. I'm not gonna be negative. Positivity. I try to be a positive guy all the time. But man, half off sale on your Blu-ray, still $20. Like, come on. Return of the Living Dead Part 2. I enjoy this film, but I do not enjoy it as much as the original. But yeah, it's a little bit more schlocky, a little bit more comedic, but it's still a fun time. I know people get a little tripped out when two actors come back playing different characters, return to the movie playing different characters, and that is it is a little strange. I understand that it is a little strange, but I still think it's kind of funny. Criterion, The Brood, and a lot of these Criterions I got used from eBay for better prices. David Cronenberg, this one's nice, and Criterion. If you're gonna, all right, I'm gonna be negative. Let the hate flow through you. Criterions, I understand you're gonna charge people $1 million for each Blu-ray, but if you're gonna throw in a poster, can you make it a poster that don't suck, please? Like, it's gonna be all right, man. Criterion, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I yelled at you. Okay. We have another Criterion here. Don't Look Now. Very atmospheric 1973 movie. I am not going to give away the ending because it is pretty spectacular. They have a short 2002 documentary on here for Don't Look Now. It's 4K digital, from the 4K digital intermediate. There's a poster in here that I'm not going to tell you what I think of it. Dead Dudes at the House, or House on Tombstone Hill. This movie was a little hard to get through. I'm surprised this thing wasn't shot on video, bros. Like, yeah, like this is a Vinegar Syndrome. Amazon kind of beat up the case that I had. It was a double case, so I just kind of slipped the DVD. It was a, you know, I just put it in the extra blue case I had because Vinegar Syndromes all come in the clear cases. But yeah, this movie was a little tough to get through, I will say, because it ran 94 minutes. The 94 minutes felt like 2 hours. It wasn't a bad movie, but it was a little long. They could have trimmed out a lot of. They could have cut 10 minutes out. But when it started to get in, I would say the last 45 minutes were a lot better than the first 50 or so. Pumpkinhead. It's classic, directed by Stan Winston, who is the iconic creator of so many things. Like, he did not create the alien in Aliens, but he created the Queen. So, he created, Stan Winston, he's created the Terminator endoskeleton? Endoskeleton. I was going to say exoskeleton, but that's like cockroaches. Yeah, so he was the perfect one to direct this movie because he knew exactly what to do with the monster and how to shoot it and where to put it in the frame so it looked pretty authentic and it didn't look like a dude in a suit, you know? Slaughter High. I freaking love this movie. I freaking really love this movie. I don't know why. I think it's nostalgia. I had the I Love the 80s DVD. I don't know if you guys remember that, if they had them near you, but this is a high school movie, but everybody that's in this movie is like 35 years old. It's hilarious. It's really sad to hear about the actor that played Marty committed suicide after this movie was made. I don't even know if he got to see the movie, but yeah, they said he dealt with depression for most of his life, which is really sad. And I don't mean to just tell you guys that, because every time I think about the movie, I kind of think about that, or I watch it. So me saying that probably doesn't help anything. But yeah, you know. Now you know. I'm sorry. Slaughter High, it's really good. I thought it was a really cool late 80s slasher, you know. And talk about cool soundtrack. That one, the main theme is gonna get stuck in your head. And another thing, Harry Manfredini does the score and the soundtrack as well. So there's a Friday the 13th vibe all through this movie, which is really cool, which I like to see. Eyes Without a Face, Criterion. Like I said, I got these used off of eBay for actually a decent price, which it's hard to even find on eBay because these things really hold their value. They do. I had this Blu-ray. I had this very Blu-ray. I sold it when times were tough a couple years back, but yeah, this Blu-ray is really worth getting. It really is. Eyes Without a Face. It's a great movie. This one with a nice little booklet in there. And I just like the whole aesthetic. I like the pink, black, and gray. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool if you ask me. You're next. I have not seen this movie, but I hear it's really good. I hear it's a badass home invasion movie, but they say the chick is nothing to mess with in this movie, and I like that. I liked Ready or Not. I like to see women kicking ass. I did not have Dead Silence on Blu-ray, so now I do. This one is a creepy one. It scared the hell out of me when I was a kid. Mary Shaw. Even looking at the back, I'm like, ew, Jesus. But yeah, James Wan. Maybe his most underrated film. No, Death Sentence. If you guys, I love Death Sentence. Did you guys see that? The one with Kevin Bacon, and it's like it's like a '70s grindhouse revenge movie. Kevin Bacon's just kicking everybody's ass. That movie's great. Underrated. Tigers Are Not Afraid. Steelbook from Shudder. I heard this one was really good too. I had Shudder for a little while in the States, but I don't know. I felt like it was the same thing I do with Netflix. I just look at it and then I didn't really watch anything, you know? This actually comes with the DVD too. That's pretty nice. Maybe I'll get Shudder again. They're starting to, I haven't had it since last year. They're starting to really pick up and put some more movies on Shudder. It was going for a while there where they weren't putting much new stuff on there. They just had the same old amount of stuff. But I think that's any streaming service. You're going to get something like that. There's going to be periods of time. But a little segue, a little break. Like, how do y'all feel about having, like, 19 streaming services? Like, it gets to the point where if you get rid of cable to save some money, and now you have, like, 19 streaming services, and then all of them don't have everything that you want. I don't know. I feel like, in a way, we're going right back to where, you know, we're doing figure eights and meeting ourselves back in the past. But I don't know. But, From Dusk Till Dawn and From Dusk Till Dawn 2, you guys have probably seen this in a bunch of videos now, actually. But I won't say too much on that. Pick that up for the vampire bid, just like this one, 30 Days of Night. In the past 13 years, best vampire movie you can find. Terror Train, underrated. Jamie Lee Curtis, and I actually preferred Terror Train over Prom Night and a couple other slashers that were like that. I think I really did prefer this over Prom Night. If we're gonna compare post-Halloween horror movies. So, the Vestron Wishmaster collection. The first, if you guys haven't seen at least the first Wishmaster, first Wishmaster is money. Is pretty good movie. The late 90s, looking back, when I was growing up, the late 90s got a lot of flack for the movies that came out, but when you think about Scream, and I Know What You Did Last Summer, Wishmaster, Urban Legends, Valentine, I know that was a little bit later, but the late 90s, you know, they're starting to come out with a lot of special editions of those movies, even into the 2000s, like your Ghost Ship that's coming out, and House on Haunted Hill, your Idle Hands, and 13 Ghosts. But they had some good ones that they were all theatrically released and quite enjoyable. I have not seen Wishmaster 2, 3, or 4, but why not? I was gonna buy the first Wishmaster anyway, so why not get the little cool Vestron collector one. David Cronenberg's Rabid. Surprisingly bought this used off of Amazon, and it came with a slip. I'm cool with that, man. All day, every day. Rabid. Great movie. I've only seen it a couple times. Can't wait to watch that again. I did get this triple feature of Last House on the Left, The Strangers, and The Perfect Getaway. I have never seen The Perfect Getaway before, but I remember when it came out, and I like, was it Steve Zahn, the dude from Live Free or Die Hard? God, what's his name? Timothy Olympiat, Leeloo Dallas Multipass, and another chick. And I don't know, maybe it's good. I was looking for The Strangers Scream Factory release, but I was like, man, I don't have these other two movies, so I pulled the trigger Got that. I don't know if I've talked about this Criterion sisters, Brian De Palma. Looking back, I think I did now. But Margot Kidder and some other chick, and one of Brian De Palma's earlier films. Jennifer Saul. Speaking of Valentine, I did pick this up. I saw a post from Lauren's Collections, and she had a copy of this. And I was like, man, I want to watch that movie again. I haven't gotten around to it. This one actually came with a slip, so I'm pretty happy about that. Down to the last two. This is my first indicator title, y'all. Body Double. Because for some reason, the American release of this, this is A, B, and C anyway, but the US release of this is going for stupid money. I don't know why. And the indicator one was like $15 shipped. Last but not least, Roman Polanski's Repulsion. This one is a weird one. This is a pretty cool dive into the minds of a young woman who has some repression in here, and pretty much repression is not the right word, but it seems like this poor woman was just surrounded by creeps and they drove her crazy. Yeah, it's a good movie though. I suggest you watch it. A surreal, mind-blowing odyssey into a personal horror that remains one of cinema's most shocking psychological thrillers. Whoever wrote that, I understand why they got paid for it, because it sounds quite nice. All right. I think that is it, you guys. I see some of the Goodwills and the thrift stores are opening up. I don't know if I'm quite ready to go check those out yet, but I'm sure I will here soon, before, when the summer really kicks in. But yeah, and hopefully we'll find some good stuff in there, and I'll definitely put those on videos. Yeah, if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about these movies, if you've seen any of them. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know what's going on in your life. Much love. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Kiki says goodbye. She's asleep. We're going to drink some coffee. We're going to chill. Thank you so much. See you guys next time.